Avengers! Assemble. Welcome back to the channel. It's the Preventers here, guys, and welcome back to another Mall Feature Fight video. So, as you can see by the title of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at all the August updates sneak peeks. So, I know that all 3 sneak peeks have already dropped. They've been out for the past 2 days now. Unfortunately, I barely just got time to make a video. I decided to still go ahead and make a video, but instead of making a singular video for every single sneak peek, because we have all 3 here already, I decided to why not go ahead and give you my breakdown and sort of reaction and thoughts to all 3 of them in one singular video. So what we're going to do basically is we're going to watch the sneak peek once without me talking. Then we're going to watch it back, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and sort of reactions. And then we're going to talk about what they say on the forums and on YouTube. And we're just basically going to do that for all 3 of them, and then that'll wrap it up. So yeah, I really appreciate if you're watching the video, especially if you've already seen the sneak peek. Sneak peeks means a lot to me. I know this video is a little late, so I know it may not interest everybody, but if you're still here, then I appreciate you a lot. And if you are, then please make sure to consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really helped me out. Anyways, let's get straight on into it with the very first sneak peek of the August update. Some of these sneak peeks, guys, I'm not gonna lie, are cinema. They are like actual movie trailers, it looks like at first. The sneak peek team really was cooking on these, so I hope you enjoy them. Let's go ahead and get straight on into it.
Requesting assistance. Stand by. Freeze! Don't move! Open fire!
And there you have it, guys. There is the first sneak peek for the August update. So now that we've actually watched it, first of all, great job to the sneak peek team. Like I said, they really did a good job with everything in this sneak peek. It looks great. It doesn't even look like a Marvel Future Fight sneak peek. It's one of those that just really surprises you. And they did really well with the Odin one. They did well with the Gene one. There's been a lot of back-to-back sneak peeks that have done really well, and this one is nothing different. It's amazing. So let's go ahead and break it down here now with my actual reaction watching it back. So first of all, we start off by just staring at this night sky, pan down to this prison, and we sort of see this tower, of course, where there's lookouts, and we see these two soldiers kind of standing. And the amount of detail just on the soldiers alone, like you got to think about, these are just random soldiers, not like these guys are in the game or anything. They have like these blue like dots paneling on the back of their chest, and all these like pipes and wires going on their things, I'm assuming powering their guns. And then you have their sort of helmets that look pretty cool as well. And he's just kind of staring off. They're kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's just a bunch of rocks and then like flat land, and then you see like the sky. But yeah, it looks like something from like Call of Duty. It doesn't even look like Marvel Future Fight. It's so awesome. He's got like the night vision goggles. He sees something flying down. All you can sort of see is his black cape and these two white glowing eyes. And of course, we now know that it's Strife. He is getting a brand new uniform to the game, of course, as you saw there at the very end. And he's getting a tier 3. It's our first look at an upgrade for a character. They went ahead and marked it very obviously into the walls. You may have missed it the first time around. I know I did, because I was just so excited to try and figure out who this was. But the second time around there, you could obviously see it says tier 3. So Strife will be getting a tier 3 and a brand new uniform. And the amount of details just alone on the actual prison base is pretty cool, that they put this much detail. You got these buildings, the two towers, and then of course you have one tower here and the other one in the top left corner that you can kind of see there. And so he just walks up like nothing. The soldier finally he was kind of frozen for a sec, but he finally says something. And there's actual voice line saying requesting for assistance. So they're getting voice actors now. You can, of course, hear the standby there. They turn up all the lights to see who it is, and they might end up regretting that. Now here's some more comms, and more soldiers run out behind the tanks. All have the same sort of uniform here, of course. They look pretty cool, and their guns look awesome too. If you look at that, it got these like blue lights that are glowing that match on their backs. That's what I'm saying. I think it is like sort of powering their guns, because when we see them shoot as well, they're not normal just bullet guns. They're sort of like energy. Kind of looks like Stark Tech kind of guns. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So they all stand up to him, the 5 of them, and we sort of get a better look at him. He starts to power up his arm, and that causes them to shoot. And then we get this epic scene right here where he just stops all the bullets, and you just see all the power coming off of them. It's straight from like a movie. He's just holding back all the bullets, and then he just, they made him mad. He powers them back with his own power, explodes everything, massive fire. You can't even see the guys anymore. And then the alarm starts going off, which is pretty cool that they decided to include that. And then we get a look at Cable, who is getting a brand new uniform plus a brand new upgrade, which we're going to talk about soon. All units, as they're calling. You can kind of see that his uniform's sort of purple here. It's going to be interesting to see how it looks in game. You can obviously tell it's Cable from the white hair and the yellow eye. He sees the absolute chaos that's going on. You just see people running like crazy, explosions and tanks being thrown in the air. This tank unfortunately tries to land a shot, and he just sends the bullet back and explodes it. Pure evil, no mercy or anything. And right there, you can sort of tell who it is. Cable has him close the gate, but before he closes it, he gets one shot off on his sort of sniper gun, which I'm interested to see if we get a skill with this gun, because we normally see him with this big sort of missile-looking gun that he has to carry on his shoulder, but this was an actual sniper that we don't see him normally use, and he lands a shot, but unfortunately Strife grabs it. And here's our next our look at Strife here. He looks amazing. He's got the red cape, the blue sort of gray patterns going on, and he looks absolutely menacing. But when you look down at the bullet here, as the gate closes, it has a tier 4 mark showing that Cable will be getting a tier 4 upgrade. So I feel like this one was really unique to actually put the marking on the bullet. I think that was pretty awesome of a sneak peek there, and a little teaser to show you. It's something I wouldn't really have thought about, but it explodes, and then that's sort of where it ends there for the first sneak peek. Pretty cinematic, pretty awesome. We get this music in the background. Overall, it was just great. I mean, watching this for the first time was amazing. And basically, what they say on YouTube is the Ahsokans and the clone, the mutant with Omega level telekinetic abilities, and his evil clone have returned. And then on the forums, they say the CM fragment of Marvel Future Fight, the mutant with the Omega level telekinetic abilities and his evil clone have returned. The Sakni's son and the clone. Check out the new looks and abilities of the superhero and supervillain who resemble each other. Thank you. So obviously that meant we had a second sneak peek. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one. Where did I put that one? There it is. Here we go. Now this one doesn't follow with this sneak peek. It is sort of its own separate thing, but still pretty cool to see. So let's go ahead and check it out one time, and then we'll give you our opinion. And there you have it. There was the second sneak peek. So they did the sort of basic sneak peek that they use a lot for certain characters, which I was okay with at the time because of that first sneak peek. And you'll see with the third sneak peek that I'm quite all right with this. But basically, we see that Domino is getting a brand new uniform plus a potential transcendence. They clarify that right here. No kind of sneaking it or anything. It's plainly obvious. She's getting a transcended ability, which means she should be getting it with another character. It could be Phantom X. It could end up being this next character we're going to talk about soon. We'll have to wait and see. I think most likely it'll be Phantom X, but I think we won't really know until the patch notes. But whoever it is probably won't be getting a uniform. So if it is Phantom X, he's probably not getting a uniform, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We'll take what we can get. She definitely deserves a uniform. She hasn't got something in a while. It looks great. Gives me sort of this like Two-Face kind of vibe because like half of the colors are green on one side, half are gray. But then you see it sort of mixed around the place. And then she has like a X-Men logo on her neck ring there. But yeah, Domino finally getting a transcendence. It's awesome. Not as much to break down in this sneak peek as the first one. But what I will say is that it is kind of unfortunate at the same time that she's not getting as much attention as everyone else in this sort of update because she only goes to Transcended. It makes it hard nowadays with tier 4s for any Transcended or tier 3 characters to sort of get any love and any use. A lot of people just sort of ignore them because it's like, what's the point if the tier 4s are just plainly better? Unless you're a support Transcended or tier 3 character, you're kind of not getting used nowadays in Marvel Future Fight, but it is what it is. We'll see what she can do if she can sneak her way into the meta anyway. That'd be awesome. So what they said on YouTube is the lucky assassin, the mutant who always has luck on her side, is back in missions as a mercenary. And there's that nod at the mercenary talk that they were talking about in the sort of hints that they gave us for the pre-update. Then on the forums, they say, greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. The mutant who has luck on her side is back in missions as mercenary, the lucky assassin. Check out the new looks and abilities of the mutant who has incredible luck. Thank you. So we're not only getting 3 new uniforms and upgrades, of course, Transcended for Domino, Tier 3 for Strife and new uniform for Cable, and Tier 4. But then they ended up deciding to drop another sneak peek, and we knew that because they didn't say anything about it ending. So here we go. Let's take a look at the final sneak peek, which I think has people the most hyped for this update. Here we go. And there you have it, the final sneak peek for the August update. And oh boy, was it awesome. So we basically picked off right where we left off in the very first sneak peek, seeing the bomb actually explode in Strife's hand. You sort of hear it in the background. The power goes out, and then the backup generators turn on. Cable with a bunch of soldiers around are kind of just looking around, trying to find him. You see his actual shadow on the wall, which I think is an awesome detail to the sneak peek. You sort of see it fall, and then as you sort of pan behind Cable's back, you see Strife fall down. You see his white glowing eyes that we saw in the beginning. Cable gets absolutely tossed, doesn't even get a chance, just gets slammed into the wall by his telekinesis powers. And he does the exact same to these soldiers. Then he opens this cage in the background that they sort of pan over and focus to that says danger. Now we're going to talk a little bit about that. We'll come back to that. But he opens it up, and we see these red glowing eyes and see none other than Omega Red, a mutant character that has been long awaited to join Marvel Future Fight. And there he is in all his glory there. If you didn't know, Omega Red is a famous mutant Marvel character, a character that is in a bunch of other games like Marvel Contest of Champions, and MFF players have been waiting a long time for his arrival, and he is finally here, and he looks very comic book accurate with the blonde hair. He's always angry. He's pure evil, no sort of kindness to him. He's just outright rage. He reminds you a lot of the Hulk sort of attitude, just kill all, end all. And Cable pulls out the infamous gun that we were talking about here that he actually uses in a bunch of his old skills. And he goes to take his shots. It's sort of powering up. But as he does that, Omega Red shoots out these cable things that come out of his wrist that he's known for that are going straight at Cable as the bullet goes off. And we do not see what happens. So yeah, a lot to break down in this one as well. It looks great. I can't wait for finally a new character. He's actually shooting carbonuranium out of his wrist because that's what he's sort of made out of. It was used to sort of counter Wolverine's adamantium metal because they are sort of like arch nemesis. So it's pretty cool to see that we're going to get some skills centered around that as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what YouTube said, and then we're going to wrap it up. The Twisted Super Soldier, check out the new powers of this new supervillain who has carbonuranium tentacles within his arms. So, of course, when we got Tier 4 mats, it was very rumored that Omega Red could be joining because carbonuranium. So it's been long awaited. Tier 4 has been around for a year, and I know people have been waiting for Omega Red for even way before that. So it's pretty awesome to see you guys finally get what you wanted. The CM fragment of Marvel Future Fight Agents. A new mutant supervillain has arrived who can stop this bloodthirsty mutant from his rampage, the Twisted Super Soldier. Check out the new powers of this new supervillain who has carbonuranium tentacles within his arms. We'll announce more information through the update details later. Thank you. So that was confirming that was the final sneak peek for this update. And guys, there's so much to talk about. There's so many different characters here. And I'm going to give you my quick thoughts on it to wrap it up. So first of all, Tier 3 Strife and brand new uniform. It's great to finally see you guys that did pay for the actual package for Strife to finally get that to pay off, because that's a lot of crystals, and finally being able to actually use them for something to upgrade him to Tier 3 and buy him a new uniform to make him useful is great. I just hope that they do find a place for him in the meta. He used to be PvP. It's going to be interesting to see if they keep him that way or if they switch him. I don't really know what they're going to want to do. But like I said, he was PvP in the past. So it'd be interesting to see if he sticks that way. Maybe he ends up becoming a sort of Gore. Maybe he ends up becoming what we hoped Kang was going to be in PvP. That'd be pretty awesome for those of you that did invest in him. Your wait is finally over. Then as far as Cable, it's awesome. I love Cable, and seeing him get a Tier 4 is going to be great. It's going to be interesting to see how he fits in the ABX, ABL meta. It's going to be interesting to see how he competes against other blast types like Iron Man and Magneto. I'm definitely going to get him to level 80. Not sure about Tier 4, but it's still going to be really interesting to see. He's always been pretty decent in the game every time he got an upgrade, so we're going to have to wait and see how he ends up turning out. If he gets bodied the way that he did in the third sneak peek, then I'm not sure what he's going to be doing. But his gun looks awesome. Like I said, I'd be really excited to see if they included a sniper as well in one of his skills. That'll be great. We sort of touched on Domino already. Transcended, unfortunately, not going to get looked at that much compared to all these other characters. And then Omega Red getting a brand new introduction to the game, a new character, is huge. We always want new characters. Marvel Future Fight obviously has one of the most amount of Marvel characters out of any Marvel game. So seeing a new character is awesome. Obviously, we've had a little bit of dry spell the past couple years on new characters, but some of the new ones that we did get were pretty cool. But there was some disappointments in Cassie Lang and M'Baku, who only went to tier 2. Now, because the past character in Spot was transcended, I do hope that they decide to give Omega Red the tier 3 or the transcended, whichever one. He could have a transcended with Domino and Phantom X, maybe something like that would be cool. But hopefully they do not just stick him at tier 2 and make him absolutely useless. Because, like I said with Domino, even at Transcended or tier 3, it's kind of hard to be in the meta. Now, knowing that Omega Red has a small chance, very small chance to go into tier 2 would very much disappoint everybody. So let's hope they don't screw that up and they give him the tier 3 or Transcended. And hopefully he's meta for something. I don't know what these tier 3 and transcendent characters could be metaphor nowadays, but I hope it's something and something good. But that's pretty much it, guys, for my breakdown for the 3 sneak peeks for the August update. I'm really excited, guys. I'm definitely going to build Omega Red depending on how we are able to acquire him. Of course, I'll make a video on how you acquire him. As always with new characters, I'm definitely going to buy Cable's uniform and get him level 80. Going to skip on Domino because I don't even have her built, and I did not buy the Strife pack, so I'm also going to be skipping on him. But we might do some videos sort of fighting him in Timeline and Otherworld Battle to see what he sort of does against our characters. Who knows? We'll see. But plenty of videos coming for this update, guys. Of course, it will drop Wednesday. We'll have some more videos before the update, of course. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, as always, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, guys. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Peace.